Hey guys, only found by 48 here, and right now he released his second part of Royal Rumble 2019 sins, along with Kamikaze. And before you ask, the reason why I didn't feature his name in the title of the first video is because I didn't have enough space. Yeah, that's why. But anyway, let's wrap this up.
Hey Kamikaze, you recovered from the excitement of part 1?
Yep, I'm ready for part 2. Let's do this.
Well, that was short.
I'm sorry, I just can't get over the fact that this looks like Charlotte basically gave up and eliminated herself from the Royal Rumble match.
This place didn't even bother to have a WrestleMania sign and had to make it digital.
Wrestling event in Arizona, always showing shots of the hot desert cliche.
Says the guy who has the Arizona desert as background image for this video.
Can the real AJ Styles? First the new Daniel Bryan, and now we got the real AJ Styles. And if I'm being perfectly honest, all we've seen from this real AJ Styles is absolutely nothing that he wasn't already before. No consequences were made from AJ Styles hitting Mr. McMahon. As a matter of fact, this is basically never mentioned again. I was expecting a more badass version of AJ after this moment, but instead we get the same disappointing AJ. What a shame.
Of course.
This new Daniel Bryan is nothing except a discount CM Punk. Lives a certain lifestyle.
Yeah, because all of this decade was just a feel still at HB. He does the same thing.
I use my power for what I believe is the greater good, even despite the fact that I'm a psychopath who has absolutely no idea what he's talking about, cliche. I'm just saying, not every wrestler needs terrible CGI graphics attached to their entrance.
We are in a stadium, and AJ still sadly resorted
and the
to
fact that we're
using
seeing this on stage, too. Stop saying that.
The way goes, the real AJ Styles doesn't even exist. Nothing about AJ tonight is different than what we've seen since his debut. Royal Rumble is presented by...
Skip!
I guess we'll call that Daniel Bryan's crawl walk or something. We are nearly 3 hours into this pay-per-view and in part 2 of the sins of this pay-per-view. Take a wild guess on whether or not I care what the number 1 trend is.
My guess is that you don't care.
That was a rhetorical question.
The title can only change hands by pinfall or submission.
Commentators constantly state the obvious about how championships can change hands in a match, cliche.
Be the case, AJ Styles' emotions could be...
That creepy picture of a mask suddenly gives me Happy Death Day vibes.
Be the case, AJ Styles' emotions could be...
That creepy picture of a mask suddenly gives me Happy Death Day vibes.
Christian, you already said that line.
I did? Oh, crap, I must be stuck in a time loop.
Really? There's actually you put a time loop joke in this?
The referee doing everything in his power to get Daniel away from AJ in the corner, except the one thing that will actually help his case, which is counting.
When you notice the pace of this match, no unnecessary risks.
That might explain why this match is boring me.
Yeah.
Well, obviously somebody watched Shayna Baszler do that to Bianca Belair the previous night.
While I know Daniel Bryan was letting the referee know that he understood the 5 count, it looks more like he's saying talk to the hand.
Combination.
Daniel obviously jumped on his own accord during that moment. Most likely, though, the ring was an eco-friendly trampoline. If that even makes sense. Probably doesn't, but I'll still send it anyways.
All about the WWE Championship.
Commentator unknowingly reminds us what title is obviously on the line in this match because they've got nothing else better to say, cliche. We're in a freaking baseball stadium and nearly everybody is fast asleep. When the WWE Championship match is one of the most quiet matches of the night, you know something is very wrong.
This is like the 4th time we see these two. Well, 4th time these two wrestle for the championship. They did wrestle the 5th time already in 2018. So this is the 5th match.
That lady thought AJ was going to run right into her. Oh, now the referee starts counting these two out after they've both been outside the ring for the better part of 2 minutes. Even if Daniel didn't counter with his knees, AJ would have landed the 450 splash on his legs anyway. And it's not the first time I've noticed AJ attempt to splash his opponent's legs for whatever reason. Tap.
What the hell was that? A fickle force kick?
And yet you criticize me for making Star Wars references.
Daniel Bryan's enjoying it.
No shit, really?
The new Daniel Bryan.
Oh no, I hurt my knee really badly. So
wow,
naturally,
no
the first thing to
selling
do would be to
whatsoever.
climb the top rope and put more weight on the already injured knee, which could cause him to lose his balance and fall out of the ring. Brilliant and totally flawless plan.
WWE Champion.
And that's why it's a bad idea to climb to the top rope with an injured leg.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Hasn't AJ suffered enough damage to his styles throughout 2018?
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's anything left down there.
To the midsection, AJ.
AJ was so quick on hitting that suplex that he nearly ripped Daniel Bryan's trunks off.
From the apron.
AJ Styles has still not learned his lesson about attempting the phenomenal forearm when his opponent is literally an arm's length away. The random and confusing return of Rowan.
why?
Where the hell is Harper? What happened to the whole Bludgeon Brothers thing? That was actually doing well. I get that they were both injured, but come on.
Yeah, come on. This match,
Rowan has been
his
in
appearance
WWE
was
for
so
several
out
years,
of
and Corey
nowhere.
Graves is somehow still impressed with his size.
Also, it's just Rowan, Corey. He dropped the Eric name over a year ago. The referee gets knocked down at the crucial point in the match cliche, and with the coincidental timing of Rowan's arrival, I saw this coming a mile away. Daniel has retained his title, but due to the lack of electricity in this match, nobody seems to give a shit. Not even about Rowan's appearance.
Also, victory due to outside interference is always a sin.
And another post-match assault. I'm getting bored of saying that all the time and seeing that all the time.
Yeah.
Previously on NXT. Also, if this brawl was to set up halftime heat the following week, then why wasn't it aired at the conclusion of NXT TakeOver Phoenix instead of immediately once they went off the air? Makes no sense.
Obviously.
In this tale of the tape, WWE forgot to put in an additional fact to the amount of days that Brock Lesnar has been Universal Champion, and that's a sentence saying for over 550 of those days he was absent for no reason.
Yep, that
also,
makes
the name
sense.
Ultimate Disgrace to Wrestling is somehow not in the stats of Brock Lesnar. Wrong.
Yep.
As much as I want to wipe my memory for saying this, Brock Lesnar is the Universal Champion. Now, why am I bringing that up? Because for one thing, I think you probably forgot about that for the 500th time like I did. But mainly,
And I'm
I
going
brought
to
it up
upload the
because
video
the graphics
tomorrow.
behind Brock say that he's the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, when in reality, that title belongs to Daniel Bryan. Hell, Daniel retained that title literally 15 minutes ago.
Also, Brock Lesnar is the Universal Champion.
Oh, Heyman's, I'm watching you masturbate,
Really?
face.
This is gonna keep happening, isn't it? I knew it was gonna happen.
I'm honestly surprised that Brock Lesnar didn't learn his lesson from the last time he turned his back on his opponent before the bell rang, when Roman Reigns kicked his ass and humiliated him at SummerSlam. Man, that was epic. Though Roman still should have gone for the head that night. Go after his legs, you idiot! Climbing the ropes just to punch Brock in the face is only going to give the advantage to him.
Brock Lesnar, frightening, fierce.
If you're going to throw Finn Balor against the barricade, then what was the point of even tossing him back in the ring?
Paul Heyman holding up the Universal title in the background.
And Balor, though,
We interrupt Royal Rumble 2019
Yep,
to
you
bring
didn't send that
SummerSlam
event.
2012.
I'm waiting for that, hopefully.
Fuck this shit.
Yep.
midsection
Ooh.
That one moment when Brock Lesnar is the only wrestler who actually landed the sling blade at the right moment, instead of falling too early before Finn could finish spinning around like everyone else does.
away, and there's Brock Lesnar.
Ooh, great
Here's a few
counter.
sins removed for that awesome way Finn Balor escaped the F5. We don't often see that anymore.
Well, we saw that at SummerSlam 2013 if it was a long time ago.
What use is flipping over the ropes into Brock 3 times going to do for you, Finn? Not going to help you win because he's on the outside. The return of Brock constipated Lesnar. Oh, I didn't even hit the
Whoa,
Superman
that was
time.
weird.
Donna, did you do that?
No, I think it was the actual ring bell at the event that did that.
Huh. Well, it's understandable that it did that because I was about to do the
Yeah,
same
because
thing.
everyone hates Brock Lesnar,
Oh,
and
fuck
it's
off! You already won the match. Just get the fuck out of our lives already.
Yeah.
Turn in another 1,000 cents.
Wow.
Simply because it's Brock Lesnar. and he's
man.
the
I
biggest
think the
disgrace
video
of
I'm
all
gonna upload
professional
tomorrow
wrestling.
would expose
Sadly, I'm still
everything.
too exhausted from the
Not that if
previous
you're
Royal
going
Rumble match.
interested
This
to
event
watching the
was awesome,
video,
but,
okay.
Man, I don't know if I can
I'm just
handle
going to say right now that the video is going to be 50 minutes long, and there are a few problems in my videos because I don't use a lot of editing. But the video that I'm going to be uploading tomorrow is about Brock Lesnar, and I'm going to mention his Universal Championship reign. Believe me, discussing everything of what he did ever since he returned, my God, I think at this point he really needs to get out of the WWE and do something else with his life. This is just really, really stressful to see the Universal Championship keep getting in the background so many times.
2 Royal Rumble matches in the same night anymore.
Elias couldn't at least do his entrance before beginning his concert. It pretty much spoiled his entry in the Royal Rumble for the fans attending.
Also, random draw my ass, because what a coincidence that the one guy who's entered number 1 is a guy who is well known for performing concerts in between matches. Sorry, Bray Wyatt, but it looks like Elias has stolen your fireflies. And also, where the hell are you?
Yeah, where
Elias
are you?
wasting
Maybe he's
all
still
the time in the world
injured.
staring at the audience instead of continuing his concert, or even beginning his concert. We already know the Rumble match is going to be an hour long, so why does the time before the match begins have to be an hour long too?
We've been here for 4.5 hours. Let's get the match underway, Elias.
That's what I'm saying.
Although Although, Corey is wrong about the time frame because 3 hours and 45 minutes is not equivalent to 4.5 hours.
48,193 people.
Even if it's a wrestler being specific about the number of fans in attendance, I still don't give a shit.
Diamondbacks, because they have never seen this amount of people.
Elias would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion. 3 minutes of build-up to a concert that never happens. It's a typical day in the career of Elias and a typical annoyance in the life of Christian Miracle. Cool to see Jeff Jarrett, but like I've said before, I have seen too many old wrestlers show up to compete past their prime to the point where I just roll my eyes whenever I see it again.
Yeah, I want to see new talent. We're at the end of this decade. And now we're getting to the next.
Can we please start the freaking match already?
I get interrupted almost all the time.
Actually, every single time.
Well, there actually was that time Elias did finish a concert.
Well, I never saw it, so I assume it took place on a house show. So I'll rephrase and say, Elias gets interrupted every single time on TV.
A future Hall of Famer.
You haven't even been here for 2 years. Way too early to consider being a future WWE Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Willie.
Do it with Elias.
Skippity, skippity, skip, skip, skip.
Why couldn't you just say skip?
Because that's been said many times already for this show.
Even if it thankfully begins this match, still gotta put in the pre-match assault. It takes 8 freaking minutes from Elias'
Oh my
introduction to the
God.
point where this match actually begins.
What is with the
That's
fellow
gotta
in
be a record.
WWE now?
Further proof that briefly turning Elias into a face was the worst decision WWE could have ever done with this character. Not everyone has to be on both sides of the spectrum in order to have interesting character
Yeah, you're
changes.
right.
I know that Jeff Jarrett refers to himself as Double J, but from the looks of his outfit, his initials are JL tonight. And now I'm wondering what the L stands for.
Go! Come on, Double J!
Welcome back to the commentary desk, Jerry Lawler. Now quit your cheerleading. Oh, I've missed you.
South Jarrett. With Elias.
Elias realized that he forgot to say his most famous catchphrase during the build-up for his concert. And too late for that because hardly anyone can hear you anymore.
No, please don't do it.
Why not? Jeff is equally in the match as anyone else. If you're saying he shouldn't do it because he's old, then need I remind you that it's Jeff's own fault for choosing to step into the ring in the first place. You don't get special treatment all because you're old here. It's only when Jeff Jarrett is eliminated that the referees realize that the ring had to be cleared out. And I mean the stuff that were on the floor prior to the guitar pieces.
After Shinsuke Nakamura.
The fans desperately trying to sing along to Shinsuke Nakamura's former theme that no longer exists. And as usual, it's all
Yeah,
sang.
they're gonna keep doing that no matter what, which is
Delivery is
disappointing.
awesome, content is terrible? JBL must be watching Christian Miracle's channel.
Hey!
Just a joke, relax.
Discount The Undertaker. Also, Elias walks across an entire side of the ring, and
Yep.
Shinsuke somehow doesn't do anything to counter. Old School is one of the easiest moves to counter in all of wrestling. We're only on the 4th entrant, and we've already had way too many surprise entrants.
It's obviously the gold medal.
Elias is barely hanging on whatsoever to the point where a baseball slide will do the trick, and yet Kurt Angle looks like he's not even trying to eliminate him. I'm already furious over the fact that we had to wait nearly 10 minutes before the match began, but I'm getting more frustrated at the lack of entertainment in the first 5 minutes. I've seen terrible CGI graphics throughout the night, but this is definitely the worst out of all of them.
Big E went on to headline WrestleMania. Maybe the last WrestleMania we ever had.
That's racist.
Willie.
WWE forgot to buzz in the next entrant, assholes.
After seeing Candice LeRae enter the Women's Royal Rumble match earlier tonight, are we really surprised that Johnny Gargano is coincidentally in the Men's Royal Rumble match as well?
Completely agree with you.
I don't know.
Gargano even...
Johnny
Ooh.
Gargano's first moment to shine on a big-time match, and he immediately botches one of his first moves.
Maybe the Singh brothers will win the Royal Rumble match.
The Singh brothers are not even participants in this match. Corey Graves is such an idiot.
This is disgusting.
Skip!
Oh!
Haha, Samoa Joe slipped on his towel. You didn't think I noticed that, did you?
Shinsuke Nakamura did, and I think Samoa...
Yeah, Samoa Joe keeps doing that so
The
many
way Samoa
times.
Joe just casually walks away from Johnny Gargano was no doubt the funniest moment in Johnny's appearance in this match. Here's a send-off for the unintentionally hilarious comedy.
Gravity, Corey.
Samoa Joe just eliminated his own towel from the Royal Rumble match. That's not fair. The towel didn't even get a chance.
But somebody else is driving.
If Kurt Hawkins is desperate to end his losing streak, why would you immediately strike Samoa Joe first upon entering the Rumble match?
Titus O'Neil slow.
One send-off for the callback to Titus World Slide at the greatest Royal Rumble, just because that's something we still laugh at to this day.
There goes Titus O'Neil.
Oh, come
Well,
on.
at least Kurt Hawkins got some sort of thing to brag about. Only took his entire career. Plus, he still fears Grimm.
Who still fears me, most definitely.
I wouldn't be so sure of that.
Ugh,
Well, that sin you removed just
really?
got put back because of Kurt's premature celebration, which led to his elimination.
Which New Day member will it be?
Can the commentators not see the CGI on their monitors? If so, then how can they not tell that it's obviously Kofi Kingston based on the hairstyle shown? Found a piece of irony in this sequence. Kofi Kingston enters at number 12 in his 12th Royal Rumble match. Coincidence? I think
Didn't
not.
notice
I
that.
don't like that name, Kingslayer.
I don't like the name Kingslayer either, particularly because the King, Seth Rollins, supposedly slain, still competed even after their match at WrestleMania 33. You guys obviously know who I'm talking about.
Mustafa Ali is really trying too hard to look like an exact replica
Yeah.
of Seth Rollins. I'm just saying.
Seriously. But I still like him because he's a great cruiserweight.
What? Copyright infringement. Ha! Said it before you even had a chance to steal it away from me for the third straight time.
Well, I figured you were going to do that, so I didn't bother.
Right,
Can we please get rid of those sirens in Dean Ambrose's theme?
Jeez.
Dean Ambrose literally just stands there and watches Kofi Kingston save himself from being eliminated. If I were Dean, I would have stomped on his ankle and completed the elimination. What an idiot. Also, Kofi Kingston's saves have become way too stale at this point, and I would be totally fine if he never did any more crazy saves, because they get less crazy with every passing year.
Yeah, it's really hard to be original.
Michael Cole believes that we somehow skipped over the number 15 for some reason.
This matchup, no way Jose in the ring, no way Jose.
Calculated, sadly only 2.2
Jeez,
seconds. Not enough
no
to
one
beat
is going to
Santino
break the
Marello's 2.1
record
second
of
record
the
or Warlord's
Road
2.0
Warriors
second record. Just give it up already,
thing in the
WWE.
Royal Rumble.
Every
It's
chance
not
you get
gonna
to try and break the
happen.
Warlord's record
It's
is
way
gonna
too
fail
impossible.
every single time. We interrupt Royal Rumble 2019 to bring you Royal Rumble 2013. So far, there have been a lot of callbacks and references to previous events, and it's annoying. If No Way Jose actually believes that freaking Drew McIntyre wants to dance with him, he's a moron.
Drew has no way.
Pre-entrant post-elimination assault.
So Kofi is still alive.
Come on, Christian. You got to admit that was awesome.
No, I don't.
Well, because I'm also a sinner, I'm removing another sin for this cool save by Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods.
Ugh, how much longer is this match? Dean Ambrose is just chilling on the corner, making himself prone for an easy elimination. Is he trying to lose on purpose or something?
Here comes Andrade.
I am sending the WWE for shortening the awesome name of Andrade
What is it with
Cien Almas to simply
everyone
Andrade.
completely
If you're gonna
showing the
shorten
names?
it,
If it's
why
because
couldn't you
of budget
select Cien?
cuts
Or just take
reasons,
out
then
Andrade altogether
that's
and
really
have Cien be the
stupid.
first name. Instead, WWE went for the most uninterested name out of those three.
Francisco.
Corey literally says Francisco for no reason at all. Like, he seriously just said it out of the blue for no reason other than reasons.
Now Drew McIntyre has.
Drew McIntyre ducked before Aleister Black could even spin around and prepare for the Black Mask.
Oh, kick the air.
Willie.
Dean Ambrose had enough of WWE and eliminated himself in the company. Dean Ambrose had enough of the Royal
Yeah,
Rumble
because
match,
he's
decided
gonna be
eliminate
leaving
himself
after
in unconvincing
WrestleMania,
fashion.
What do you
obviously.
bet Shelton Benjamin regrets returning to the WWE by now, considering the current run is 2 times worse than his last run?
That's huge.
Haha, fuck you, JBL.
Look at that.
You call that a deep 6? I was tempted to turn on Spin Me Right Round because that was more of a deep 12 or something. That's Apollo Crews, you moron. Last I checked, Shelton Benjamin was wearing wrestling pants that actually went down his legs, whereas Apollo is just wearing trunks.
Would be in the first row.
Aleister Black popped his middle finger back into place despite the fact that the middle finger was never snapped out of place by Pete Dunne at all. If anything, he should be popping back his other fingers.
Since Pete Dunne.
Well, looks like Pete is done with the Royal Rumble match.
That pun was so bad,
my
I'm
damn
adding a
puns.
further sin to you.
You
Willie.
can't add sins to the sinner.
Looks like I just did.
You know what? I've just about had it with you. You only came on here to spite me. I should have known. I'm starting to think that Grimm's Toy Show put you up to this so he can mess with me again.
Jeez.
Okay, now you're just overreacting. Can we continue?
I got a
Whatever,
feeling that
I'm on
well
to
in the
you.
future they're
Real
going to
Rush, you're
send an
not
event
even
with
an entrant in this
Grimm's
match, so
Toy
please
Show.
Go away.
Lashley trying to hang
I
on.
got a feeling that in the future they're
What's
gonna
more
have Grimm's
humiliating than
Toy
lasting 12
Store or
seconds in the
whatever
Royal
to
Rumble
send
match,
another
saving
pay-per-view
yourself
with
from
you.
elimination, only
Another
to
call up.
eliminate
I know it's gonna
yourself by
happen.
accident. From this point forward, since Leo Rush is the man of the hour, Bobby Lashley is hereby dubbed the man of 12 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to help anybody win the Royal Rumble.
Actually, Bobby Lashley attacking Seth Rollins is going to help Seth eventually win the
Yep.
Rumble, since he'll spend a majority of his time on the outside of the ring.
Baron Corbin cost Braun the Universal Championship. No.
Don't you fucking dare try to defend Baron Corbin's actions for that piece of shit crown jewel event.
Yeah.
Joe Strowman set the record for
Seriously.
I didn't know the greatest Royal Rumble match.
In my video, I will
Crown
mention
Jewel.
Braun
JBL is
Strowman's
such an
accomplishments in 2018.
elimination. Sweet.
Dolph Ziggler eliminates Drew McIntyre and immediately climbs up the ropes where any wrestler can just give him a small push and he'd be out too.
You gotta be kidding me. And now Mysterio.
Here's a couple sins removed. That was well timed and well done. Probably should not have been singing before entering the match. Even Carmella didn't waste any time getting to the ring upon entering at number 30. Also, as promised, since R-Truth was obviously entered at number 30 since last December, here's an additional sin.
R-Truth is off sync with his own song. Ugh, this is cringe.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I'm removing 5 sins for this moment,
Really?
whether you like it or not. The reason is because Nia Jax made more history tonight than anyone else did, and that includes Becky Lynch. Nobody could have ever predicted that Nia Jax would compete in 2 consecutive Rumble matches in the same night. Whether it was a moment fans loved or hated, it deserves sin removers for unpredictability. And yet fans think WWE is never unpredictable.
Jax looking to eliminate.
And another sin removed because Nia is the first wrestler of any gender to compete in Royal Rumble matches for both genders in the same night and get an elimination in both Rumble matches for male and female.
Oh, okay.
Hey, history has to be acknowledged even if you don't like it.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Here's a removal of 10
Oh
sins
my
for that
God.
hilarious and epic RKO from Randy Orton and Nia Jax.
No, Christian, that's not enough. Remove more.
No, I make the rules around here.
Apparently,
You're
those
just a
you
guest.
got rid of
but
the
you used to
wars
do that
since
all
Crown
the time.
Jewel.
We want that Christian Miracle back.
What are you talking
No
about?
limits.
I never changed.
And this is why I said I was going to kick your ass at sinning. Removing 100
Oh
sins
my
for that
God.
RKO from Randy Orton to Nia Jax.
No, please, stop!
Too late.
Will you two stop staring at each other and just fight before Seth and Braun recover and get back into the ring?
At WrestleMania, in one of the main events.
There's only one
Yeah,
main event
one main
at
event.
WrestleMania.
Get it over with.
Ziggler zigzag.
That was not even close to being a zigzag. What are you talking about, Michael?
We interrupt Royal Rumble 2019 to bring you Royal Rumble 2004. So many references to previous Rumble events
Yeah, I
tonight.
guess the one have ideals.
Well, it was nice having you on here, Kamikaze. Thanks for being the guest narrator. Now get out.
Hold on, gotta make one final mark here. Seth Rollins entered at number 10 and lasted over 40 minutes. He definitely earned this victory, so I'll remove 10 more sins.
No, it was way too predictable that Seth was going to win, so it actually will gain
Wait,
a sin
really
instead.
predictable?
Come on, Christian. Remember the good times when you always
I actually
had
thought that
removed a lot
Seth
of sins for
Rollins
epic moments? Why
wasn't
not go
going
back
to
that?
win. I was hoping
Because that is the past and not what I do anymore.
Well, for my last mark on this video, I'll remove 10 sins for Seth's victory because he definitely earned it. There we go. Don't worry, we're just having fun. Thanks for having me, bro.
But that was a really lackluster ending between you two. So that was everything wrong with Royal Rumble 2019 since. And it's still going. Oh, the yo-yo days? When you completely did videos? Oh, okay. Or is this some kind of information that you might be done after 500 episodes? A lot of awkward science in this. Oh my god. I think this is gonna be some kind of act where you're becoming a heel. Yep.
This is not over, Kamikaze.
Oh. Okay.
The optimism is dead. All that means nothing to me now.
Jeez.
You said that you could kick my ass at what I do? Well, I'm gonna kick your ass at what you do.
No, I bet this is gonna be another
And I don't give a
crossover.
crap what the people think.
Well, I thought that Grimm's Toy Store was going to be a co-op thing because you said something about him attacking you or something, but oh well, okay, I guess that's going to be a thing. So that was everything wrong with Royal Rumble 2019 cents from Christian Miracle and Kamikaze. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoy both parts of these videos, especially the Universal Championship match when they completely sin the crap out of it. It just shows further proof that the video that I'm going to be making tomorrow will expose everything what Brock Lesnar really is. And as for the two matches, the WWE Championship match was kind of disappointing, even if it was out of nowhere for the wrong reasons. And the final match, which was the Royal Rumble, was a really good main event to wrap up the show. I mean, the Royal Rumble was a really good pay-per-view. It's an improvement over last year's. Like I said, the Women's Royal Rumble was better than last year's, and Seth Rollins winning at the main event, I think it's probably a good idea to have him main event for something serious, unlike his time when he cashed in his Money in the Bank contract in 2015. So anyway, I'm looking forward to watching more sim videos from you, Kristen, and I really enjoy Kamikaze. Let's just hope of what you two can do in the near future. There's going to be a lot of wars between you two. I'm Lonely Fanboy 40 here, and I'll see you next time, because after tomorrow, My Little Polymath begins on March.